Hello farmers and welcome back to American Falls, where I have bought myself a John Deere 9RX, a cultivator, and a field. Or maybe I'm just doing a contract. Yeah, I'm just doing a contract. So we have moved to the month of September. Not many contracts actually came up in the month of August, so I skipped on through. And this morning in September, well, we've been doing some fertilizing contracts and just a couple of cultivating contracts. Still have not found a harvesting contract going to the grain mill. But as I mentioned last episode, a few of you have told me that, yeah, we're not going to get all the grain from a contract going into the grain mill, just the extra amount that we get. So probably just is going to pass on doing that. But of course, if any good harvesting contracts come up, we got the equipment to do so. I will take them, but unfortunately right now, no big harvesting contracts have come up. But anyways, today, yeah, we got to finish up this cultivating job right here. I currently got another cultivating job, which I borrowed the equipment for. I need to collect on that. We'll collect on this one, and we just finished a fertilizing contract in field number 42 that pays like 20 some odd grand. So by the time I hand all these contracts in, we should be up around 70,000. And then we're going to move on over because it is time to harvest the flax field that we just purchased and took care of last episode. And we're going to be storing all that flax. I think the flax sells good in the winter time, I think. December time. I think the best price on Hard Economy is like $1,100, somewhere around there. So yeah, we definitely want to store it up and get the most for our money. Oh, I just remembered, I gotta feed the birds for this month. Have not done that as of yet. Not a big deal. I mean, we don't have that many birds, and we don't really have the birds to make a whole bunch of money. They are just there to give us other jobs to do around the farm, rather than just contracts. But slowly but surely on this Let's Play, we are getting to the point of, I may not have to do that many contracts, but it's still hard to pass up the good paying ones. Like next month in October, we will be selling a good amount of straw bales, so we should make some decent amount of money from there. We got all the straw from the wheat and oat field, and we'll be getting some straw from our flax field too here pretty soon. But we won't bale the flax straw until October, because that's when our grass field will be ready to be cut. And I want to make some grass bales, so when we do buy the sheep farm, and we get ourselves some sheep and some goats, we'll have some grass to feed them, because that feed pen only takes grass only. And with the amount of bales we're going to make in October, that should feed our sheep and goats for a long, long time. I also have been thinking about, because of our grass field situation and the amount of silage that we're getting, and we're going to have too much silage for a fermenting silo to handle, I thought about maybe possibly in the future getting ourselves to BGA, so that way we can bring the silage to the BGA to be processed into energy. And I think energy is a flat rate. I don't think energy matters month by month what it goes for. So, and of course we'll also get a byproduct, I believe, of digestate. I'll have to go onto my test map for American Falls to see how this BGA operates. Is it the standard BGA type, or are there added features to it? I don't know. I do see we just finished this contract on up, but let's go ahead and I'll actually complete a contract in full, meaning I'll do the whole field for them, is what I will do. So let's spin around here, and this will be good enough for everyone, I would assume. And that way we will almost double our money. We're at 40,000 now. We should be pretty close to 70,000 once I collect on these 3 contracts. And I don't think there's any other contracts. Actually, before I collect on this cultivating contract, let me just double check to make sure there's not other ones that have popped up since. Nope, just a couple of small harvesting contracts. So, fertilizing field 42 for 21,000. Yes, that's nice. Cultivating for not 9,000, because that's when I borrowed it on. So 7,770. And then of course we got the one that we just did here for 4,000. Not too bad, leaving 2 contracts alone. Yeah, 73,938 is what we're at. So, like another $100,000, and we should be able to buy the sheep farm, which is right over here. Farmland. This is what we want to buy. We'll get the sheep pen, goat pen right here. It'll give us a lot more sheds. The one thing I'm kind of interested in, I just noticed we will get some excess land with it. It does have a silo bunker, so we can put in extra grass there in the future. Yeah, a lot of big sheds over here. Let me just go ahead and... Where am I facing? Yeah, any of these trees I would want to cut down. Now there's a couple. And we still have those trees back over by the chicken pen. Oh, it jumped right to the combine, which I wanted to do. But we got a few spruce and pine trees over there. We will get to those eventually, but we've been just so busy with everything else around the farm. I guess I'm saving that for the winter months, maybe, when things kind of slow down. Let's see here. Let me just, instead of trying to back up with our header, let's get our combine over to our flax field. Should be able to circle around the pig pen here. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping maybe next season we'll have some pigs after harvest season. So I'll probably plant some corn. Corn should be in the springtime, nothing in the fall. I was thinking about planting every field with wheat, barley, and I forgot what other crop I was talking about. But if I want to get into having some pigs on the farm, yeah, we'll have to plant some corn in for next season. Or we get lucky enough, maybe buy a field with corn in it. Yeah, have to think about that. So probably leave one of our fields not planted in case I don't find a cornfield to buy next season. And that way we can plant corn ourselves. Yeah, probably should plant canola as well. I think canola is another crop I need for the pigs. I'll have to go back on my test map and double check on it. As someone did mention on Discord, I should actually activate the animal food overview, and then I can really just go ahead and check to see what the animals need to eat. That's a mod I used on Hinterland, so I do have the mod. I just don't think I have it activated for this series, and I don't even remember what the hotkeys are for it. Maybe I did activate it and just don't remember. So I'm going to guess that flax yields as well as soybeans does, since it's kind of going for like the same price. But the crop, as you can see, is ready for harvest. We'll just got to make sure we put this on straw swathing. Which it is activated. All right, let's fold up the header. And let's see, we should get a good, well, I say a good amount of straw. I don't know how much straw we're going to get, but we get what we get. As I always say, not much I can do about it. And yeah, we'll bale it up in October. I don't want to lease the baler for September when I'm going to need it for October. So this swath can sit here in the field for another month. And then, well, of course, we'll lease a baling trailer. Go around, pick up all the straw bales, sell those, pick up all the grass bales. We'll bring those over. Even though we won't own the sheep pen yet, we'll put the bales over there. I kind of talked to that farmer that's over there, and he's, I told him I'm interested in buying his land. And, yeah, so we're going to store our bales over there, I guess. We have an agreement. I still have the Kloss trailer as well, so if I do fill up the combine, then we'll bring the trailer over and we'll empty out the combine. Let's see, 10%. It's kind of looking like maybe I won't fill up the combine. All right, closer to 12%, but just making numbers easy for us. Almost 10% on the first pass, so that means 10 passes would be a full combine, right? Do I have 10 passes here? Probably not. Might be close. So this would be a good amount of income in the winter months. So, you know, last year we had about half the silage as we're going to have this year. and or sorry, we had half the silage as we had last year. We're doubling our silage for this year, basically, making it more difficult. We should have double the amount of flour than we had last year, around there, because we have an extra field. And now we're also going to have some flax to sell as well. Like always, we can check our stock market page once I get done, because I don't think it's going to count the flax until I actually get it into the silo. It doesn't count when it's in a trailer or in a combine harvester. You see our grass field to our left. Grass is growing wonderful. Technically, I could harvest it today, but it's not at its maximum height. So we're going to wait the one more month. Oh yeah, I should be able to pick up that straw right there, because I would assume I own that little strip of land, since I own the flax field to our right, grass field to our left. Yeah, I need to get to selling those trees, I think, in the winter time. That's something we'll do. Maybe January or February? We had no contracts to do last winter in January and February, so that's probably the best time to go ahead and do some forestry work. But speaking of winter time, it almost looks like it snowed around here, with all the farmers putting lime down in their fields. Lime, 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 lime everywhere. So a third full. Why do I feel like I'm going to fill up the combine and just have like a little bit of strip left? But I shouldn't complain. The more grain, the better. So with the amount of flax that we got currently, that's like $5,500 worth. We also have to take into consideration that when we look at the time stock market page, the price that it shows that we can get the best price, it doesn't include our bonus for our environmental score, which is usually about 12-13%. Yeah, I'm starting to think I may have to bring the trailer over. Now the flax straw is not worth as much as regular straw. But you know what? It's a product that we can sell, so we're going to go ahead and make it, of course. I mean, I could just go around with the forage wagon and pick up the straw and sell it that way. I can definitely transport more liters per trip by doing bales rather than the forage wagon. We do have a good amount of bales to be moved. I'm going to put that onto a worker for the time being, and we're going to jump back to the farm. We're going to grab our Fendt 1000. I'm going to grab the Kloss tractor, which is right there. And once again, that grass that we're leaving in the forage wagon, I got plenty of room to put it into the silo. The problem that we have in the silo is we're going to fill up with silage, and then we're going to just have grass sitting in there and not being fermented over because we have no more room. So right now we're just keeping it there because if I can afford the sheep/goat pen, relatively soon, it'd be kind of good to have some grass ready to go into the feed trough. I don't expect them to take too much because, as I mentioned, I think that pen holds about only like 60 sheep at most. So yeah, they're not going to take that much feed. Might as well empty out the combine while they're headed back down this direction. There is a trailer actually for sale in the used section, but it only holds like 12,000 liters. So although it'd be nice to buy a trailer for a cheap price, only holding 12,000 liters, that's not really going to help us out too much. If they held like 30,000 liters, I'd probably go ahead and purchase it. But since harvest season is just about done, I will need a trailer in the winter months. And I may get myself a bigger trailer. To transport everything around, because we are going to have 250,000 liters. No, sorry, not 250,000. It's a 500,000? I can't remember now. Where is that here? Let's scroll on down. Yeah, we're going to have a 500,000 liters of silage at that point. Yeah, so I can probably store another 150,000. I got 165,000 liters of grass in there, so, and it's a 1-for-1 ratio. So yeah, we're going to have, 500,000 liters of silage to transport. I can transport it like I did last year with the forage wagon. That holds only about less than 25,000, so it's about 20 trips with the forage wagon. But we only have to go down the road. But if I get myself a huge trailer that maybe holds like 50 or 60,000, save myself a lot of trouble. And I do have to get a trailer to sell the flax anyways, and I can't put the flax into the forage wagon, so. But this leaves a big enough trailer, and the Fendt 1000 should be able to haul that around fairly easily. I kind of forgot to look on the mod hub as well, just trying to find a different kind of trailer that I could possibly use. There are a lot of trailer packs out there. So it'd be good to find something different that I haven't used before. But as we all know, I'll probably, once we get ourselves further down the road here, a truck, I'll probably get the grain trailer that we always have, the dump body. I love that 120,000 liter grain trailer. Probably should just speed up time a little bit more. That way some maybe new contracts will pop up. Because after I finish harvesting this, I'm pretty much done on the farm other than feeding the birds. So looking for more contracts to come up, of course. Don't know how many straw bales we're going to end up having, but I think currently it's like 60 bales. And then, of course, whatever we get off of this field. So I'm hoping to make like 30 to 40 grand. I might be asking a little bit too much from selling straw next month. Might be a little bit on the high end, but that would be very nice. That would get us over 100,000. This field is just about perfect for this header and setup. Also need to buy some diesel fuel for the farm so I can fuel up my vehicles. try to remind myself when I'm going past a fuel station just to zip on in there with my tractors and top them off. Because the price doesn't matter. Fueling back at the farm does not save me any money because I got to buy the fuel to begin with. And of course, we still got our greenhouses chugging away, bringing in about $2,500 a month, which offsets pretty much the loan interest and the property maintenance and all that fun stuff. But eventually, I will be selling those greenhouses and bringing in $30,000 from that. But I am patiently, well, actually, I'm impatiently waiting for this map to get updated so we can have the platinum expansion for the vegetables. Of course, now I'm getting confused. Is it platinum or the premium? Well, you know what I'm talking about. I want the vegetables on this map. Can we empty into there? Good, we can. Alright, let's go ahead and unfold the header. Fold the combine up now as well. There we go, and I can leave that parked right there just for the time being in case the harvesting contract comes up. It's kind of ready to go. Although it looks like a lot of the fields around us have been pretty much harvested. So we ended up with 15,000 liters of flax. So that's probably going to bring us, you know, near around 19,000 when I sell it. So not too bad for the first harvest off that field. Although I did pay $170,000 for that field. It's going to take a while to get our money back on it. But we also will make some money off of the straw also. So maybe like $20,000 coming off that field. And it has been mentioned now that, you know, we have bought more land. Technically, the farm is worth more, so I could actually borrow more money if I wanted to. But I'm thinking we're just going to borrow the initial $300,000 that we did, and that is it. Alright, so do I need this grain trailer for anything else? Should I keep it unless a contract comes up? There's still those 2 harvesting contracts are sitting there. I'll leave the trailer there for the time being. But let me go feed the birds before I forget. They can't quite go 2 months. So I do have to feed them every month. And that's what this cute little trailer is for, because their feed trough does not hold a whole lot. And as I mentioned, maybe in the future, you know, it'll probably start to be a hassle having the birds over here. So we'll see. But for now, this gives us another job to do on the farm. And that chicken came running on over. It wanted that feed right away. We do have chickens and ducks. So those are the trees we'll be cutting down, I think, in the winter time. It'll bring us in, you know, maybe 20,000, maybe 30,000. Backing up short trailers, not fun. They turn really, really quick. All right, the 1000 can just shove it in there, basically. There we go. Kind of straightened up. And actually, I should put this grass under cover in case it rains. Not that it matters. But the farmyard was looking a little bit messy when I logged on today. Someone left everything just sitting around. Don't know who it was, but it needs to be kind of cleaned up a little bit. So that grass will be there for the animals, or unless I buy another silo somewhere. But more than likely, after I saw that, I didn't realize that there was a silo bunker over at the sheep farm. I could just put the grass in there, compact it, and cover it up. And we'll get silage that way as well. Now let's put the Landini away with the plow. And let's see, no contracts have come up yet. So now I got to come on down here and we'll grab this. What is going on with this field here? I have no idea what's going on in this field here, but that looks kind of like the farmer's having some issues over there. Not too sure what happened over there. Looks like the Valtra is full of fuel. So that's all set. So I'm going to bring the Valtra on back. Park that up. I will speed time up a little bit and see if any contracts will pop up for the month of September. If no more contracts pop up, then I guess we'll be headed to October here pretty darn soon with the money that we have. And we can pretty much start the day of mowing the grass, same way as we always have. Put it into a swath, and then we'll lease the, maybe we'll try a different baler, just a different brand. I probably should look at maybe the Krone baler, because I might be able to put silage additive into that, and that'll give me a 5% bonus yield on the grass itself. That might be a little bit more expensive, but it is what it is. And then, of course, the fun task will be going around picking up all the bales, selling all the straw bales, and seeing how much money we can make on that. But yeah, let me head back to the farm, speed up some time, and see what we get for contracts, if any. Well, the sun's going down quickly, 5:30 in the afternoon, almost 6 there, now it's 6 o'clock, and it's dark. So many contracts that are here. I did see the fertilizing contract come up, but $3,500, and by the time I drive there and do it, I'm probably only making maybe $2,000 off of it. So, you know, not that much of a profit. Nothing in here that we currently need. There's the potato harvester, I do believe. There is a logging trailer, which, you know, would be nice, but I only need a logging trailer for like a day, so I'll lease that. And a Mahindra, which, you know, don't really need that. I do want to return this trailer here. I'll probably regret that first thing in the morning, but we shall see. We know the chickens and ducks are taken care of. All the vehicles are pretty much back here except for the combine. We're going to sleep until 6. I'll wake up just a little bit early to see if there's any really good contracts, because I'm only playing 1 day per month, so the contracts will cycle rather quickly. So I do wake up at 6 to see what's going on. I knew it was going to be dark. I knew that much. Let's see what we got here. Some cultivating job, which, you know, those are decent. So if I were to borrow those, I would get paid like, you know, 12, 13 grand. And then I get another 9,000 from doing another contract. Small harvesting contracts, nothing good there. And sowing contracts. So right now, I think I'll pass on most of those. What do we got for sale? Well, there's a dump bucket in there. But let's go ahead and we'll fast forward time till some daylight hours. Still thinking maybe I should do those cultivating contracts, because, I mean, that will be a nice $25,000 in our back pocket, which would get us over the 100,000. But the thing is, I can't get them out of the store until 8 o'clock, because the store doesn't open till 8, right? so we can't do that. And another cultivating job came up, but only for 1,000. Yeah. And some are starting to disappear. They're disappearing fast here. Cultivating. Let's go ahead and borrow the items on that one. And then we'll accept that contract. So now we got 2 contracts. And fertilizing in field number 31. So I'll just leave these 2 here. And I'll probably get those done in between episodes. Store. Oh yeah, I did check on that. Sorry, only the bucket that's there. So we should be pretty much all set, ready for October to get real busy. We got to mow the grass. And then of course we'll get the baler. And then we'll do all that. So... yeah, I think we'll get to all that next episode and re-drill a couple of our fields for sure. But I just do want to double check on exactly what the pigs take. I know they definitely want corn. They are going to want, of course, some root crop, but that's only like 5%. Corn is like 50%. And then, of course, we're going to need like canola / soybean. And then, of course, some grain. But we will get some grain planted this month, October. We should be able to plant wheat, barley, whatever we need here, right? Yes, we can plant wheat and barley. And if I wanted to, I think I was talking about rye, but I think since we got 3 fields and definitely we need 1 for corn, I can't trust an NPC to put corn in one of their fields. So we'll have to leave one of our fields bare for some corn for next year so we can at least get some pigs in here, I do believe. The stock market page, which I did want to look at really quick here. Let's see, where is the flax? Flax is down here. Yeah, we'll get about, it says at the best price in January, we'll get like 16.6 for it. But then again, with our environmental score bonus, we should get a little bit extra. Currently, flour, we're looking at about $54,000 worth. And silage is up to, we got about $76,000 worth there. So 120, about 130, maybe about $150,000 by the time we get to selling that into wintertime. So that'll be a nice little boost of income coming in. That does remind me, though, maybe I should come on down here to the grain mill. Did that stop? I'm just curious, before I move those, did that stop working? Because, yes, it did, because we don't have enough space. We don't have that much more to make. So this should be plenty of room here. And, of course, definitely be using another autoloader to get all these. And maybe I'll use a bigger autoloader this year than I did last year, because last year it took me like 7 trips, maybe, something like that. Might be worth having a bigger autoloader. But anyways, that's what we're going to wrap up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you again right here in American Falls. But until then, have a good one. This is a lot of pallets.